life is good. For a while, anyway. You know, since we met the last time, we've been struggling. We went up to North Carolina and got beat pretty handily, and then we lost 4 straight games going into this weekend, and we lost those 4 games by a total of 6 runs. Went to Gardner-Webb and got swept there. Gave up 12 runs in 3 games and lost all 3. You know, we only scored 8, and then we had the Citadel here at home, and some of you were at that game, and it was a great game, great college game. We lost 10-8, I think, in 11 innings, and you know, took a lead 8-6 in the 5th inning and didn't score again, and had many opportunities to win that game. And so, you know, I remember I was walking the next day. Gene got on me for not walking here when I was here the last time, so I started walking again. All right, and I was walking that Thursday, and how many of you remember the old Hee-Haw show? Y'all watched it, right? It's a great show. I love that show. And you know, they had that one segment on there every week where they got the 3 guys, and one guy's got a jug here, and they're singing gloom, despair, and agony on me. You remember that? That's how I was feeling, you know, at that particular stage. And but when you stopped and looked at it, and we were very, very close to being perfect that whole week. We went to Gardner-Webb, and we must have hit the ball in those 3 games. Jack was there. We hit the ball in that 3-game series probably on the button 12 times. The wind's blowing in. You know, balls couldn't travel anywhere, and we lost 3 games by a total of 4 runs. And it just seemed like every ball we hit hard when we needed it was right at somebody, and every ball they hit found a spot. And also during that time, you know, we just weren't executing. You know, little things here and there. And when you're not scoring a lot of runs, every time you don't execute really hurts you. And the same thing again happened at the Citadel. Little things we had a chance to win at the end. And so we went to Charleston Southern, obviously on a 4-game losing streak. 5-game losing streak. And we played the first game. And as I said, all those 4 games that we had lost before, we had a lead in. And Friday we had a lead. We were ahead 4-2 going in the 5th inning, and gave up a 2 spot in the 5th. We scored another run to go ahead. They tied it up, and we gave up 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th, and we lost 7-5. And you know, it's a tough spot for our guys. You know, they were struggling. You know, we're playing hard. You know, I think Don Capers, I remember one time when I interviewed Don when he first got here, he said, "What's it take to win?" He said 3 things. He said preparation, effort, and execution. And I think our preparation has been very good. Our guys are working hard. They're preparing. Their effort's been great. And I think that's the one thing we could hang our hat on, was the effort that our guys were giving. We were playing hard. The one thing that we weren't doing very well at was the execution. It reminds me of, you know, John McKay used to coach the Tampa Bay Bucks when they first came in to the NFL. And I think they were winless his first year. And if you remember, they asked him after a particular game, he said, "What did you think of your club's execution?" And he said, "I'm all for it." And you know, that's kind of how we felt. You know, we just weren't quite executing. You know, we were playing hard, we were preparing, but the execution part, we were struggling. So we lost that first game one Friday. We win the Saturday's game, and they're throwing their number 1 guy, a kid named Tyler Thornburg. He's a pro prospect. He's a junior, and he was running up there 94-95 for the whole game. Touched 97. And fortunately for us, we threw out Mateo D'Angelo, and Mateo's running up there at 85, 86, and we're going into the 7th inning, nothing. I think each team has like 2 hits. And in the bottom of the 7th, Mateo made his only bad pitch of the game, and that was to Thornburg, who actually hits as well. He hung a slider, and Thornburg hit a laser over the left field wall, and so we're down 1-0, and going into the top of the 9th. Top of the 9th, first 2 guys are out. So we're down to our last out, and you're sitting in the dugout, and you can't help but think, here we go again. You know, we had a great pitching performance. We hit some balls hard, but we just couldn't get it done. And Sean Sullivan battled to get a 2-out walk. We stole second. All right, and Zach Blair, a freshman, redshirt freshman, who's been hitting the ball hard all year, but hasn't had much to show for it. Got a single up the middle to drive Sullivan in to tie it. Blair stole second, and we got a base hit from Adam Glebe, our junior shortstop, to go ahead 2-1. Brought in Don Paterazzi in the 9th, and They walked the first guy, so I was like, here we go again, and struck the next guy out, struck Thornburg out actually, and then I got the next guy to fly out and walked the next guy. So we got first and second and 2 outs, and I brought in Greg Huff, our left-handed reliever, and he got ahead 1 and 2 and threw a change up to a kid, and he hit an absolute seed, a laser, fortunately, right at Tyler McBride in center field. And, last week, that ball would have gone in the gap. We'd have lost 3-2, but Tyler caught it, and we won 2-1. It was a huge win for our guys from an emotional standpoint, from a confidence standpoint, because we've been playing so hard, and things have just not been going our way, and the little things when we make a mistake have been killing us. And so that was a big win for us. And then Sunday, we got a lead 3-0. Gave that up, tied it up 3-3, and Adam Levy got another big hit, a big 2-run single to give us a 5-3 lead. We scored 2 more runs. Wade Newman threw 6 very good innings for us. Tommy Lawrence, our freshman, threw a shutout inning in the 8th. Eric Ruth, another freshman, threw a shutout inning in the 9th. And Tyler Mazinko, our closer, who had lost the game on Friday, gave up those 2 runs on Friday, came in, got the first 2 guys out, and then threw 10 straight balls. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, here we go again, But yeah, you go out and you talk to him, and your mind plays tricks on you. Your mind is starting to tell you, here we go again. And you just got to battle through that as a team and as an individual player. When things start to go that way, especially when they've been going that way for a while, it's hard to overcome that. But he did. Got behind the next, he walked 2 guys in a row, threw first 2 balls to the next guy, so 10 straight balls. Threw a strike, threw another fastball, a kid fouled off, and then threw a nasty slider, struck the kid out, and then we won 7-3. So I can tell you the bus ride home from Charleston was much better than the ride home from Gardner-Webb. It gave our guys a chance to feel good about themselves because, that gloom, despair, and agony thing, had we been losing 16-2 and 15-1 and so on, then I think I would have been ready for that gloom, despair, and agony. But we've been playing hard, we've been close, and he kept telling me we're that close, and hopefully this is something that will turn us around. 2 big wins on the road. It's good to win a series on the road anytime, but once you lose the first game, obviously it's huge to win a series there, especially when you're going against their number 1 Thornburg kid, and we were able to win that ball game. So we're still road warriors for a while. It seems like we've been on the road for a long time. We go to Charlotte Wednesday night. We go to Asheville this weekend for 3. We go to Georgia the following Wednesday for a game. And then finally, we're back home on April 23rd for our ESPNU game in our series against Radford. So, we're certainly not where we want to be. You look at our record, it's 15-16 overall. We're 3-6 in the Big South. But I can tell you this, 3-6 sounds pretty good after I heard 1-6 on Friday. So hopefully we're moving in the right direction. Hopefully this last 2 wins will turn it around. We've got a tough schedule the whole rest of the way, so it'll be a challenge for us. But I think our guys are up for it. We're excited about the little mini winning streak that we're on, and hopefully we can keep that up, and we can build on it and actually go on some type of a run. So, good to get those 2 wins, and looking forward to seeing how we do, the rest of the year, and see if we can overcome, like the basketball team. And I use them as an example for our guys. Started out slowly, but turned it around and had a great end of the year. I reminded them about a couple of our teams as well. Before the game Saturday, after we lost on Friday, went back and did a little research in our media guide, and our 99 team lost 6 out of 8 at one point, and they were a regional team. Our 2005 team, which was one of our best teams, lost 7 out of 9 at one point, and they were a regional team. So it can be done, and we're happy with the 2 wins, and hopefully we can keep it going.